Antarctica, the frozen continent, is Earth's final frontier. Surrounded by the Southern Ocean and covered by an immense ice sheet that blankets almost 99% of its landmass, it remains the most remote and unexplored region on the planet. Located at the South Pole, Antarctica's extreme isolation and harsh climate make it a place of both wonder and challenge. For months, the continent is immersed in the darkness of polar winter, while in summer, long hours of daylight expose a landscape of vast glaciers, towering icebergs, and desolate snowfields. This continent, barren and arid, is home to one of the most resilient ecosystems in the world, adapted to the most extreme conditions on Earth. Temperatures can plummet to below -60 degrees Celsius during winter, and winds can reach speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour. The majority of Antarctica is completely covered by ice and snow, leaving only a few species of mosses and lichens able to withstand its harsh environment. Despite these severe conditions, Antarctica is not entirely lifeless. Although extremely limited, life survives in abundance along its coastal regions during the summer months. This area, covered by a thick layer of ice in winter, becomes more accessible during the warmer months when weather conditions allow for exploration and research. At its core, Antarctica holds primordial mysteries, serving as a natural laboratory that provides clues about Earth's past, climate evolution, and the ongoing changes we face today. The arrival of expeditions like those led by Ernest Shackleton and Robert Falcon Scott in search of the South Pole remains one of the greatest feats in human exploration. Antarctica continues to captivate scientists, adventurers, and environmentalists worldwide, representing both a land of discovery and one of preservation. Its ecological significance is paramount, as it hosts some of the Earth's most primitive and fragile ecosystems. In fact, Antarctica acts as a thermometer for our planet, reflecting climate changes and serving as a reminder of the urgent need for environmental protection. While ongoing scientific research is a constant presence, no one permanently resides in Antarctica. No nation has full sovereignty over the continent. Instead, it is governed by international treaties, such as the Antarctic Treaty of 1959, which prohibits military activity and ensures that the continent is used exclusively for peaceful purposes and scientific research. Thus, Antarctica is not only an unknown and dangerous landmass but also a crucial center for scientific exploration, offering vital insights into climate, biodiversity, and Earth's history. The end of the world remains a place of fascination and mystery, awaiting the discoveries that the future of science and exploration will surely bring. Ushuaia, located at the southern tip of Argentina in Tierra del Fuego, is often called the southernmost city in the world. Its strategic location makes it a prime gateway to Antarctica, attracting tourists, researchers, and adventurers alike. Many cruises to the southern continent depart from Ushuaia, navigating the Beagle Channel and nearby islands, offering a glimpse into the polar wilderness. Besides being a base for Antarctic expeditions, Ushuaia's ecosystem is remarkable. Its coastal waters are home to diverse marine life, including penguins, sea lions, and various seabirds. The cold waters of the Southern Ocean provide a rich environment for krill, which form the basis of the food chain for numerous species. Ushuaia's economy is driven by fishing, tourism, and scientific research, with many researchers studying the Southern Ocean's unique ecosystems and the effects of climate change. The region is also historically significant. The indigenous Yamana people once thrived in this harsh environment, living off the land and sea. In the late 19th century, Ushuaia became a penal colony, a pivotal part of Argentina's colonial history. Today, remnants of this history can be explored at local museums and historical sites. Ushuaia's role as a research hub is growing, as scientists use it as a base for studying the effects of climate change on polar ecosystems. The city's role as a protector of the Antarctic environment is becoming more critical as tourism and scientific exploration increase. To ensure sustainable growth, there is a strong emphasis on conservation, aiming to preserve the unique natural surroundings of this southernmost city. Tierra del Fuego, the southernmost part of South America, is home to several penguin species, each uniquely adapted to survive in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Among them, the Magellanic penguin is a notable resident, particularly around Ushuaia. These penguins face the challenge of living in an area where temperatures rarely rise above freezing in winter, and strong winds sweep across the coastline. The Magellanic penguin is particularly well suited to these harsh conditions. They have a layer of blubber beneath their skin that helps insulate them from the cold waters of the South Atlantic. Additionally, their dense plumage traps air close to their bodies, which helps keep them warm when they are swimming in icy seas. The penguins also have a highly developed hunting strategy. They dive to depths of over 100 meters in search of fish, squid, and krill, which make up the majority of their diet. Magellanic penguins are also known for their fascinating behavior. During the breeding season, they form large colonies on the rocky shores of Tierra del Fuego. These colonies are often located in burrows or under bushes for protection from predators. The penguins engage in a unique courtship ritual, with the males calling out to attract a mate, often using loud and distinctive vocalizations. What makes these penguins particularly interesting is their migratory behavior. After the breeding season, Magellanic penguins travel north, sometimes as far as southern Brazil, to forage for food. They return to Tierra del Fuego each year, maintaining the same nesting sites and often reuniting with their long-term mates. This migration is one of the longest journeys undertaken by any penguin species. The Kapitan Klebnikov is a remarkable icebreaker ship, designed to navigate the dangerous and unpredictable waters of the Southern Ocean. Built specifically for polar exploration, this vessel is equipped with reinforced hulls and advanced radar systems to break through thick sea ice and withstand extreme conditions. As one of the few ships capable of reaching Antarctica and the sub-Antarctic islands, it plays a critical role in both tourism and scientific expeditions in the region. Navigating the Southern Ocean is not for the faint of heart. The waters between the 40th and 60th parallels are notorious for their ferocity, earning them the nicknames Roaring Forties, Furious Fifties, and Screaming Sixties. These zones are known for their violent storms, powerful winds, and unpredictable waves, which pose significant risks to ships. Even the Kapitan Klebnikov, with its heavy-duty design, faces challenges during these crossings. The ship's radar systems are constantly monitoring the ice conditions, ensuring the crew can safely navigate through pack ice and icebergs that are common in these waters. The journey through the Drake Passage, the stretch of ocean between Ushuaia and Antarctica, is one of the most challenging legs of any Antarctic expedition. The Kapitan Klebnikov is one of the few ships that can make the journey in relative safety, breaking through ice floes and withstanding the harshest weather conditions. The ship's ability to traverse such treacherous waters makes it a valuable asset to scientists and adventurers alike, allowing them to reach parts of the Antarctic region that would otherwise remain inaccessible. For tourists, the journey aboard an icebreaker like the Kapitan Klebnikov is an unforgettable experience. They witness the raw power of nature and the beauty of the Antarctic landscape, all while being safely guided by one of the world's most capable polar vessels. South Georgia Island, located in the South Atlantic Ocean, is a true wildlife paradise. Despite its remote location and harsh conditions, it serves as a sanctuary for some of the world's most fascinating and resilient animal species. Its coastal waters, rich in nutrients, attract an array of marine life, including seals, seabirds, and the famous penguins that inhabit its shores. The island's relatively mild climate, compared to other regions in the South Polar Zone, allows for a diverse range of life to thrive. One of the most iconic inhabitants of South Georgia is the king penguin. These majestic birds, with their striking orange and yellow markings, form massive colonies along the island's beaches. Their breeding cycle is unique, lasting up to 14 months, during which the penguins display incredible social behaviors. Male king penguins arrive first, seeking out their previous year's breeding spots. Female penguins join them later, and after a period of courtship, they begin laying eggs. The chicks, known for their fluffy, downy feathers, are carefully guarded by both parents until they are old enough to fend for themselves. Aside from the penguins, South Georgia is home to several species of seals. The southern elephant seal, with its enormous size and dramatic nose, roams the island's beaches. These seals are known for their aggressive behavior, particularly during mating season, when dominant males establish harems of females. Weddell seals and fur seals also inhabit the island, often resting on its rocky shores before heading out to hunt in the surrounding waters. Birdwatchers are equally enchanted by the island's avian population. Albatrosses, petrels, and skuas are just a few examples of the seabirds that breed on South Georgia. These birds are perfectly adapted to the harsh winds and rough terrain of the island, often nesting on the cliffs or among the tussock grasses that dominate the landscape. The journey to South Georgia Island and beyond begins in Ushuaia, Argentina, often referred to as the end of the world. Located at the southernmost tip of South America, Ushuaia serves as the gateway to Antarctica and the South Polar Seas. Its picturesque harbor, nestled between the snow-capped peaks of the Andes and the Beagle Channel, is the starting point for many expeditions into the icy wilderness of the Southern Ocean. Ushuaia is a small city, with a population of around 60,000 people, and it thrives on tourism and fishing. Tourists flock here year-round to embark on Arctic cruises, Antarctic expeditions, and treks through the nearby Tierra del Fuego National Park. However, the town's charm is not only due to its role as a tourist hub, it's the unique blend of natural beauty, historical significance, and sense of adventure that draws people to this far-flung corner of the world. From Ushuaia, the Kapitan Klebnikov, an icebreaker ship specifically designed for polar exploration, begins its journey to South Georgia. The ship's strong hull and cutting-edge radar system allow it to navigate through the thick sea ice that is a common feature of the South Polar region. As the ship sets sail from the southern tip of Argentina, it enters the turbulent waters of the Southern Ocean, where powerful storms and unpredictable weather are ever present. The sea, often called the Roaring Forties or Furious Fifties, presents a challenge even for the most seasoned sailors. The voyage is not just about the destination, it's also about the journey itself. The route from Ushuaia to South Georgia is one of the most dramatic and rewarding in the world, offering passengers a chance to witness the vastness of the Southern Ocean, with its ever-changing skies, towering icebergs, and remote islands. Along the way, travelers can observe seals basking on rocky outcrops and seabirds soaring through the wind, all while anticipating the arrival at the Antarctic Gateway. When approaching South Georgia Island, one of the first animals you might encounter is the magnificent king penguin. These regal birds, with their striking black and white plumage and vibrant orange markings, are a true symbol of the island's diverse wildlife. South Georgia is home to one of the largest populations of king penguins in the world, making it a critical location for their breeding and survival. King penguins are not only impressive in appearance but also in their social behavior. Unlike many other species of penguins, king penguins do not breed in large colonies throughout the year. Instead, they follow a unique, delayed breeding cycle that spans over 14 months, a survival strategy to ensure that their young are born in the most favorable conditions. This cycle means that South Georgia is never without a penguin presence, whether it's the adults coming ashore to mate or the chicks growing up. In the summer months, the shores of South Georgia become a bustling hub of penguin activity. King penguin colonies, which can number in the tens of thousands, congregate in protected bays and valleys. The males arrive first, searching for the perfect nesting site from the previous year, while the females follow soon after. Their courtship is an elegant affair, involving intricate vocalizations and synchronized movements. Once a mate is chosen, the pair works together to incubate a single egg, which is carefully kept warm and protected in the harsh environment. The harsh, cold conditions of South Georgia are no deterrent for the king penguins. In fact, the island's frigid temperatures are essential for their survival. The penguin's thick layer of blubber and dense feathers provide insulation against the biting winds and freezing waters. However, survival is not without its challenges. As adults dive into the frigid waters of the Southern Ocean to fish, they face threats from predators like orcas and leopard seals, which hunt in the icy depths. Watching king penguins in their natural habitat is a humbling experience. Their incredible resilience in the face of extreme conditions, as well as their complex social structures, makes them a true wonder of the Southern Hemisphere. South Georgia Island is a haven for marine life, and among its most notable inhabitants are the seals. These marine mammals, with their playful and often aggressive behaviors, add another layer of character to the island's ecosystem. Two species, in particular, dominate the shores of South Georgia: the southern elephant seal and the fur seal. The southern elephant seal is one of the most impressive creatures to inhabit the island. Males can weigh up to 4 tons, and their enormous size is complemented by a distinctive trunk-like nose. This feature, known as the proboscis, becomes more prominent as the seals mature, and it is used during vocal displays to assert dominance. Males engage in fierce battles for territory and mates, using their massive size and strength to overpower rivals. These fights can be brutal, and the sounds of clashing seals echo across the island's beaches. While the male elephant seals are known for their size and strength, the females are slightly smaller and more agile. They return to the island each year to give birth to their pups, usually in the late summer months. The pups are born weighing around 40 kilograms, and they quickly grow by nursing from their mothers. This period of growth is essential, as the pups will need a thick layer of blubber to survive the harsh Antarctic waters. The southern elephant seals spend most of their lives at sea, coming ashore only to breed and molt. Their time in the ocean is spent hunting fish, squid, and other deep-sea creatures, and they can dive to depths of over 2,000 meters in search of food. On the other hand, the fur seals are smaller but no less captivating. These seals are known for their thick fur, which once made them a target for hunters. Today, fur seals are a protected species, and their numbers have been steadily increasing. They are more agile than elephant seals and can often be seen swimming gracefully in the waters surrounding South Georgia. On land, however, they are far more territorial, and the males will fiercely guard their harems. Their presence adds an exciting dynamic to the shores of South Georgia, as they interact with each other and with the penguins who share the same breeding grounds. Together, these seals contribute to the diversity of life on South Georgia. The island's rugged terrain, combined with the rich marine ecosystem, offers a perfect sanctuary for seals, penguins, and countless other species to thrive. The unique adaptations of the southern elephant seal and the fur seal allow them to survive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. South Georgia Island is not just a sanctuary for the majestic penguins and seals, but also a treasure trove of unique and resilient ecosystems. Beyond the bustling shores and icy waters, this isolated island is home to a diverse array of flora and fauna that play an integral role in sustaining life in one of the harshest climates on Earth. One of the island's most remarkable features is its vegetation. Despite the extreme cold, strong winds, and heavy snowfall, South Georgia hosts a variety of plant species that have adapted to survive in these unforgiving conditions. The island's most common plant is the robust kelp, a type of seaweed that thrives in the nutrient-rich waters of the Southern Ocean. Growing up to 10 meters in length, this giant kelp provides shelter and food for countless marine species. It also plays a crucial role in stabilizing the ecosystem, providing a solid foundation for the coastal food chain. On land, South Georgia's most notable plant is the Antarctic hairgrass, which grows in small patches across the island's rugged terrain. This hardy grass has evolved to survive the harsh, nutrient-poor soils of the island. It is one of the only plants on South Georgia capable of supporting small invertebrates, which in turn become food for larger predators like seabirds and seals. In the cooler regions of the island, mosses and lichens dominate the landscape. These organisms are incredibly resilient, capable of surviving in the freezing temperatures and harsh winds. They help to stabilize the soil and contribute to the overall health of the island's fragile ecosystem. South Georgia's invertebrate life is equally fascinating. The island is home to a wide variety of small creatures, such as krill, clams, and sea spiders, which form the base of the marine food web. These tiny organisms serve as essential food sources for larger animals, including penguins, seals, and whales. The richness of marine life around South Georgia is unparalleled, with the waters teeming with a wide array of fish species, including Antarctic toothfish, which provide an important source of sustenance for both predators and humans. The surrounding ocean is teeming with life, from the smallest invertebrates to the largest marine mammals. The cold waters are rich in nutrients, which attract a variety of whales, including humpback whales and blue whales. These gentle giants migrate through the waters of South Georgia in search of krill, and during the summer months, they can be seen feeding in the nutrient-rich waters off the coast. South Georgia's unique combination of land and sea creates a remarkably diverse ecosystem. From its resilient vegetation to the abundance of marine life, this island is a testament to nature's incredible ability to adapt and thrive in even the most extreme environments. The impacts of climate change are being felt across the globe, and South Georgia is no exception. This isolated island in the South Atlantic, once a haven for wildlife, is now facing increasing challenges due to rising temperatures, melting ice, and changes in weather patterns. These environmental shifts are affecting not only the flora and fauna of the island but also the delicate balance of the entire ecosystem. One of the most significant consequences of climate change in South Georgia is the melting of glaciers. Over the past few decades, many of the island's glaciers have been retreating at an alarming rate. The Norris Glacier, for example, has shrunk by several kilometers since the 1950s. As these glaciers retreat, they expose previously covered land, but this land is often unstable and prone to erosion. This loss of glacial ice is contributing to rising sea levels, which can have long-term impacts on coastal ecosystems. The warming of the Southern Ocean is another concerning trend. Rising temperatures are causing ocean waters to become less nutrient-rich, affecting the entire marine food web. Krill, a small shrimp-like creature that serves as the foundation of the food chain, is especially vulnerable to warming waters. Krill populations in the South Georgia region have already been declining, and this could have catastrophic effects on the marine life that depends on them, including penguins, seals, and whales. If krill populations continue to drop, it could lead to a collapse of the food web, severely impacting the island's biodiversity. Another notable impact of climate change in South Georgia is the shift in species distributions. Warmer temperatures are enabling some species to expand their ranges, while others, more adapted to cold conditions, are being pushed out. This is especially concerning for native species like the king penguin, whose breeding patterns are closely tied to specific environmental conditions. Rising temperatures could disrupt these breeding cycles, leading to lower survival rates for chicks. Invasive species are also becoming a growing problem as the climate changes. Species that were once restricted to warmer climates are now finding new opportunities to thrive in the changing conditions of South Georgia. Non-native plants and animals, such as rats and reindeer, pose a serious threat to native species by outcompeting them for resources or directly preying on them. The growing presence of these invasive species is one of the most significant threats to South Georgia's fragile ecosystem. In response to these challenges, conservationists and scientists are working tirelessly to monitor the island's environment and implement measures to protect its wildlife. Efforts include eradication programs to remove invasive species, as well as research to better understand the impacts of climate change on the island's ecosystems. However, the future of South Georgia remains uncertain, and the effects of climate change will continue to be a major concern for decades to come.